These are Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this episode, I am over the moon excited. I am doing a collab with my wonderful friend, Amy Miranda of Amy Miranda Makeup. That's her channel, and we are collabing together for this wonderful episode for you guys especially, so stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back. I hope that you're enjoying your day. It's the end of January here. It's by the time this video goes up, it'll be the last day of January, and it is still, cold and dreary outside, but nothing, it's no spring in the air yet. I still got my little, wintry doodad decoration up there, so that means we're still in the winter. I am so excited today. I am just over the top excited because I have been contacted by Amy Miranda to do a collab with her, and you guys have to go check out her channel, by the way. It's Amy Miranda Makeup, and she is one of these people that I have followed from day one, even before I got on YouTube, before I had the courage to even come on YouTube. I would start, I guess in your mind you call it kind of stalking or watching certain people and how they do their videos and how they put up their videos, how they act, how they talk, what their mannerisms are. And I followed her. She's, in our age group. She does skincare for mature ladies, skincare and makeup for mature ladies. And this was a niche that I wanted to get into, but, with the twist of my kind of like natural and holistic and healthy kind of twist to it. I started following her and started commenting on a couple of her videos that she had been putting up. And she was so sweet and so kind and replied back. And so we got to know each other over the past few months and built up a relationship. And now I am absolutely thrilled to go ahead and collab with her. So with no further ado, I am going to tell you what the subject matter is about. Now, the subject matter has to do with what would you do or what would you say or how would you advise women who have never really been exposed to or considered wearing makeup. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to get started. They might be intimidated about wearing makeup. And there's three age groups. There's the 30-year-old, the 50-year-old, and the 60-year-old. And what would you tell or advise these people in each of these age groups as far as what types of makeup to use, maybe, shimmer versus matte, or these kind of things, okay? So let's get started because we have a lot to get to. And again, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. If you're coming over from Amy's channel, welcome. I hope that you find my videos something informative for you guys. Cruise around my channel. Feel free to leave comments. I welcome all your comments. So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and start with some basics. Now, a person that has never done makeup in their life, they have no clue how to start. They have their startup costs are going to be there. It's going to be something, because you don't have anything. You don't have brushes, and you don't have primers, and you don't have some of the basic tools that you need for applying your makeup or getting your skin into the primary zone, as they say, for putting makeup on. So one of the first things I would say is invest in some good tools. So what are you going to need? Three tools that primarily people are using nowadays are this first one, which is this is a dupe. It's not the real one. It's called an artiste type of brush. It's very dense. As you can see, it's plush. And what you do is you put your foundation on here, and then you apply it in circular motions, or you can apply it kind of down like this. and get the product on. Now, the great thing about this is that it does not soak any of your product or most of your product in. So if you have a liquidy foundation, if you have a normal foundation, what I call normal foundation, everyday foundation, I'm not talking about mineral powder foundation, and I'm not talking about stick foundation. I'm just talking about, I'll just pick one at random here to show you, you know, from a bottle. You pump this in, you put it on there, and you put it all over your face. And I'm going to get to, you know, all the different products that I suggest for the different age groups, but let's just go through the tools first. So this is your first tool. This is something that you might consider. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on eBay. They're not that expensive. They're maybe, I don't know, $7, $8, $9 you can get. They come in different sizes also. So this is like the medium oval brush, okay? They have a larger one that's like yay big. They have, you know, teeny tiny ones for different areas of your face, and they go through instructions on how to use it. So I'm not going to, you know, go into all of that. But just, you know, if you want to go on eBay or Amazon or maybe around town, some of your beauty supply places are starting to carry it. So I have seen in some of the ethnic beauty stores, they do starting to bring this in from Asia and from China and everything. So that's number one. Number two, this is kind of similar to that. This is a very dense brush, as you can see, and it's got very short bristles, as you can see. So it has, you can put a lot of, again, foundation on here and get it into circular motions and work it. You only need this one tool. You can get right under your eye. You can get on your forehead, on your chin, and on your neck. So this is the second one that you should buy. And I think I got this Amazon, definitely Amazon. It was only like $3 or $4. So this is another one. So the third applicator that I want to show you guys is this, and this is called a beauty blender. And sorry, it's a little schmutzy on the top here because I just used it to apply my makeup. That's actually how I applied my makeup today. These are relatively inexpensive. They used to be pretty expensive. They used to start out at about $20 or more, which was just insane. But with enough of the generic knockoffs now around in the supermarkets and the drugstores and everywhere else, you can get a really nice beauty blender. And I think this is Real Techniques. It's very soft. All you have to do is moisten it in some water, and it just kind of puffs up. It's like, it's smaller than this when it's dry, and then it puffs up. You use it to apply your makeup. You kind of use a stippling motion like this, and then when you go ahead and apply all of your makeup, you use this kind of stippling motion and also a little bit of a dragging motion. And what I love about this one is it's curved and it's very angled here so that you can go straight under your eye and blend everything in, like so, as they say. So definitely for a beginner, I would suggest that. I mean, this is remarkable. You can't go wrong. You can't screw this up. So definitely go ahead and invest in one of these. I don't think that you'll pay more than $5 or $6 at this point for one of these. So definitely, you know, maybe one or two on hand just to have in your repertoire. So that is how you apply your makeup. What type of makeup should each category of age group use? And am I making sense here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go ahead and divide and conquer here. And I'm looking down here in my desk, and I've got a ton of things to show each age group. So, you know, bear with me. The other thing that you do need to do, and this is, again, I know that people are not familiar with the steps needed to, you know, get the makeup on right. But honestly, if you're going to invest in wearing makeup, you're going to want to have some longevity in the makeup that you are applying. The way that you do that, besides prepping your skin and making sure that your skin is healthy and moisturized and you've got all good products for cleansers, etc., which I'm not going to get into, but you can definitely look at my other videos to see some of the healthy, you know, skincare products that are available out there. But what you do need to invest in, again, is primer. You don't have to pay a ton of money for primer. There are obviously high-end primers that'll cost you $30, $40, $50 and more. Okay, all of these products, by the way, that I'm showing you are available, you know, everyday products in drugstores, at, you know, your grocery stores, Ulta, Walmart, nothing exclusive, nothing where you A, are going to be breaking the bank to get it, and B, going around town because they're only available at one specific store, and you know, and that's it. This is all geared to, again, getting you familiar and not afraid to go ahead and purchase some items and try them out and test them. And if you don't like it, it's only, you know, $4, $5, $6 here and there. It's not $60, $70, $80. You're not going to break the bank by playing around with makeup. So that's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, so primers, the two that I use, and I'm not gonna delegate an age group to these two primers because it's gonna be basically up to your skin type, you know, whether you're oily or dry or on the normal. These two are really basically for normal skin. Okay, I don't know about the oily. You might want to go to your specific drugstore or wherever you're going to be buying your makeup and look at primers and see if they have anything specifically for oily skin or for skin that is prone to breakouts. I'm going to really discuss more on that normal to dry range. This is the Wet n Wild Coverall Primer. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I know my lights are glaring a little bit. That's that one. And this is a white, it's kind of like a white, almost like a moisturizer type. Let me see if I can squeeze a little bit in there. Come on, come on. Squish, squish, squish. Of course, now it's not cooperating. Oh, there. Now I got a lot on there. Oh my gosh. All right, so there you go. And it's almost like a moisturizer. It's not anything that's harmful for your skin. And what this does is preps your skin. So when you put this on, you dot it all over your face. I'm not going to touch my face with my hands again because, but you dot it all over. You dot it on your forehead, nose, you know, chin, neck, whatever. And you just, it's almost like a moisturizer. And I'll put a little on here. And it starts to, I can't even explain it. It has a sliding effect. It almost makes your skin glidable. Is that a word? Glidable? So that your foundation applies evenly to your skin. I hate to say this, but think of it as spackle for your skin, okay? You know how you spackle the walls before you paint it so that you get all the bumps off of it and the holes and all of that? Primer is like your spackle, okay? If you think of your face as your canvas and, you know, the wall that you're going to be painting on, it goes on there and it smooths everything out so that, and it dries pretty quickly. You don't have to worry that it's going to be all tacky and icky. It also helps your foundation's length. So it helps your foundation and blush and makeup and things that you're putting on your face adhere to your skin and therefore last longer. Okay, so that's the basis of it. The other one I wanted to show you, by the way, I didn't even show it to you, is the Master Prime, and it's by Face Studio Primer Base. It's Maybelline actually makes this, and this is the Smooth and Blur. Okay, I love this. This has a lot of longevity in it. Anybody, it doesn't matter the age group, 30, 50, 60, you're gonna want to apply a base, a primer to your skin to blur out if you have larger pores, if you have fine lines, anything like that. It'll just smooth it over so that your face has a great, you know, canvas to apply your makeup. The next thing we're going to do, now we're going to start to get into the groups, okay? So the first group that I'm going to start with is the 30-year-old. So what do you tell a 30-year-old? They're still in that stage where their hormones are going to be acting up. They're going to be having some breakouts. This is the age group they're, you know, having children, or they have young children. They don't have a lot of time to apply makeup. They want to look good, and you do. You want to look good. You want to look put together, and there shouldn't be a reason why you should neglect yourself as far as that is concerned. I see a lot of young moms that are so frazzled by being a mom and so into taking care of their children, their young children, and taking care of the household and taking care of their spouse and everything else that goes along with it, that the last thing on their mind and the last time that they have is to deal with themselves. If they brush their teeth and wash their face, they're doing good that day. I've been there. I understand you completely. That's why I am here to help you. The first thing that I recommend is, if you're going to do anything, if you're want to do something quick, is mineral powder. Now, you don't have to get this mineral powder. I'm just showing you a mineral powder that you can use. There's Pure makes a really good mineral powder. There's a number of, if you go into Ulta, if you go into even a drugstore, you are going to see a number of companies have mineral powder. What I love about this, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Mineral Powder, is it comes in a multitude of shades. You have to know your shade group, and again, you can Google that. There's a whole thing about, the yellow tones versus the cooler tones, or the pinker tones. If you're lighter skinned, if you're deeper skinned, ladies, you still have, depending on your ethnicity, okay? Some people with Indian background might have more reddish tones in their skin. Some people, I guess, Australia or Africa or South America might have more golden tones in their skin. This is something that you will probably be able to find out if you just go to a regular makeup counter anywhere in one of these department stores. Seriously, just go to like a MAC counter or any other of these higher end cosmetic counters. They're going to be able to look at you and tell you if you're a cooler shade or a warmer shade. Once you know that information, you can go into your drugstore and get L'Oreal, or L'Oreal does more of the color matching than any other company that I'm aware of, okay? Maybe Maybelline does a little bit, I'm not too sure, but I know L'Oreal literally has a neutral zone for tones, the cooler zone, and the warmer zone. So as long as you know where you fit, you can then choose the shade that you is the closest to your skin tone and matching. Later on how to choose your shades, but for now, let's just say you've done that, you've chosen your shades, you're a young woman, in your 30s, you're strapped for time, you have children, go for the mineral makeup, okay? This, what I love about this, and I'm going to show you it close up there, L'Oreal, okay? Multitude of shades, and it comes with its own brush. You don't even have to buy a brush. It comes with the brush. What you do is you kind of tap it a little bit, tap it around, and then you open up the top, and oh gosh, I over tapped, didn't I? Okay, there's the loose powder in that. I'm going to try to not spill it all over myself, but there's the loose powder, and you shouldn't have that much in there, but you very lightly, tiny amounts. I'm going to do a tiny amount there. Do you see how tiny that is? Okay, and you kind of tap it down so it's not flying all over. Mineral powder, the finer it is, has a tendency to fly all over the place. So you do have to be careful with that, okay? So you kind of tap it down like that, and then I'll demonstrate on my hand. You just simply, circular motions, brush it on. And it's this very smooth little brush, and that's all it takes. You're done. You're done. It's done. And if you're having, younger skin, oily skin, or you start to have shine after a few hours of wearing makeup, this is the best product to use. It's a natural blotter, okay? Anything that's shiny on there, it's going to matte down. Okay? There you go. Easy peasy. So once you do that, you're good to go. You don't have to do any finishing on it or anything. You can put a little blush on there, but you're good to go. Okay, so that's for that. Now, the second category is stick foundations. Now, these are a little bit creamier. So if you are having a lot of breakouts or if you are oily, I would stick to powder. If you are kind of on that normal range and you don't have too many issues with breakouts And honestly, this is an all-in-one foundation stick, and you can use it as a concealer. If you're strapped for time, this is the way to go. Take this off. It's just a stick. You basically color on yourself. You just kind of like do a couple of lines here and there. You can use your fingers to blend it in and just apply it all over. It blends smoothly, and it actually blends into a powdery finish, kind of mattifying. So it's good for younger skins. You know, it doesn't overly dry out or anything like that, but good to go. This is a great, you know, travel accessory too. Just pop it in your pocketbook and you are good to go. Oh, I'm sorry. This is from Revlon Photo Ready Insta Stick. For you guys that want to know these things. Okay. And then this is another one. It's just by e.l.f. It's again about $4 or $5. It's a stick, foundation stick, and it's a kind of, you know, dries to a powdery finish. I'm going to try to write on my hand here just so you guys can see it. I don't know if it even picks it up. It's just, it blends really nicely. It's got a pretty powdery finish again to it. Once you blend it in, it's very powdery, but it's very pretty. By the way, you can use these at any season. It doesn't matter if it's winter or summertime. These are things that I'm showing you that are not specific to a season. So once you buy them, don't be afraid to use them throughout the year. You don't have to think about, oh gosh, now it's summer, what should I use instead of this? No, this is really good. And the last one I want to show you, this is something that doesn't break the budget. It's by Essence, and Essence I really do like because they are vegan, they're gluten-free, they don't harm little bunny rabbits, so they are really good, and they're very cheap too. You can get them in Walmart. I don't know if they're available anywhere else. Oh, Target has them too. Yes, I saw them at Super Target. Very cheap. This is the Essence Pure Nude Makeup Natural Finish, No Makeup Feel, and I have the number 20, which is a lighter shade. I think that's the lightest shade that they come in. They go 20, 30. They don't have a lot of shades. I don't know if they've come out with any extra darker tone shades, but right now, the only negative about Essence is they maybe have 5 shades and that's it. They're not great with their shades. This is kind of on a pump and it's pretty liquidy. This is one of the makeups that I would suggest using with either the Artiste brush that I showed you, so one of these brushes, or one of these brushes, because the sponge will probably soak up too much for, because of the liquidness of that. I'm talking really weird today, liquidness of that, okay. But basically that's another one that's just really good to go. You can apply this too with your fingers. I have done that before and it's come out fine. So again, if you're just in a rush, you don't have to be all, specific about applying it with any instruments. You can just do it with your fingertips and get going, and that's getting into blushes. I know this is dragging on, but we gotta educate you guys the way, I feel that you need to be. Blushes, I would keep it simple for a 30-year-old. You can do ombre blushes like this. This is by Essence, and this is the Pinky Flow. I love this ombre one. It goes all the way from light, and ombre means going light to dark. It's different shades, graduation of shades, but in the same shade category, obviously, going from the lightest to the darkest. And you can choose where you want to put your blush brush, which you're going to have to buy, obviously, and just go, you can go dark one day, or you can combine them by kind of swiveling your brush around there. There's a lot you can do. Again, this is really great. It's like $3-4, not even. Wonderful. Wet n Wild makes an ombre blush as well. Just wanted to show you that as another color alternative. So there you go. And this one is called, oh no, here it is. It's in the front. It's called Mai Tai Buy You a Drink. Isn't that cute? Mai Tai Buy You a Drink. So Wet n Wild, Mai Tai Buy You a Drink. And then lastly, the other company that I really like is Milani, and they are available at Walmart. They do not break the bank. And this is just an absolutely gorgeous blush that I have. It's like a rose color. It's got a matte finish to it. So if you're younger, you can get away with a lot of matte colors or applications because of the youthfulness and the oiliness, you know, of your skin groups. But just know this is the matte that I've chosen for this age group, and it's a beautiful color. It's not overbearing. If you're the first time, you know, using makeup, you just swivel your little blush brush in here and apply it gently, and it's not gonna like freak out your skin. People are not gonna tell you you look like a clown, is what I'm saying. You can't overdo this. I mean, you can if you just, you know, keep doing it over and over, but it just goes on beautifully. It's just one of these natural looking blushes that you don't have to worry about looking kind of like going from no makeup to a disaster, you know, to an over exaggeration. What you don't want to do is, as a person just trying out makeup, you don't want to go from being never having makeup on you ever in your life to looking completely made up, where people are just gonna, you know, comment on what have you done to yourself, okay? Especially your friends who are, you know, your staunch allies but your biggest critics. You know the friends, right? You know people out there, and they'll be the first to realize that you've done something different. So you don't want to go completely onto the other side and do something crazy, okay? Eyeshadow, and this is one of these things where, and I didn't bring it down here, I should have brought it down here. You should have an eye primer. So if you are getting one, when you're getting your primers, I would also pick up an eye, specifically for your eye, a primer. And it's so that your eyeshadow sticks to your eye, you know, top of your eye there, throughout the day, and it doesn't fade, it doesn't get all on you. Rimmel makes a good one. I think Milani makes a good one. There's a number of them out there. It's not hard to find. So I recommend palettes for newbies, and the reason is it's just so much easier to get into a palette. There's multiple colors to choose from. You get to a certain you know, genre of colors is what I'm saying. You can get into the darker colors, or you can get into the nudes, or you can get into the rosy tones, depending on what you want to try. I would suggest you start with the nude colors, and for younger gals, I would suggest starting with a matte, and they come with these little applicators. If you want to go ahead and start with these, that's fine. It's perfectly fine to start with them. Once you get more comfortable in applying your makeup, I would suggest going and getting a couple of brushes specifically to apply your eyeshadow. I know Sonia Kashuk has really nice brushes. Or Elf. Elf makes really good brushes for all types and all things. You know, for your foundation, for your eye application, for contouring, everything. And they're like $2 or $3. They're crazy cheap, crazy cheap. You go to Walmart, you could get a boatload of brushes for whatever you need, your startup brushes, and I guarantee you, you're probably not going to spend more than like $12 at the top for all the brushes that you need. You know, your primary brushes. I'm not talking about specific applications, but these eyeshadows I found, these are from Hard Candy. I'm looking down here, and these are available in Walmart. I think they are the only place that has Hard Candy, and I'm going to show you the pretty colors here. And these are, it's called Birthday Suit. So this is their nude palette, okay? And there it is. I'm looking under you guys. And it's just basic, really pretty colors. You get some dark ones here, and here. They go through all the different zones. I would, you know, stick to these areas and kind of here, and then work your way up into the darker ones as you learn about contouring for your eyeshadow. And there's a lot of wonderful beauty gurus up here on YouTube that are absolute experts on contouring and how to do their eye makeup. I think Laura, what's her name? Lorelei or Laura Lee, she's one of them. I know Kathy Lights is another one. There's just a boatload of gurus up here, young women that are just, they have a multitude of video to get you through that. But if you just want basic shadow right now, one application on your eye, get a nude palette. That's the best way to go. And mattes are your friend as far as 30-year-olds, okay? Lipstick is very personal, so I'm not going to go ahead and tell you, you know, what color and what genre and blah, blah, blah. One of the easiest ones to get is a stick one. This is the Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm. It's a matte color. It's a really pretty color. And this is really easy to apply. You just like, this is what I'm wearing actually today. So there you go. You see? And I'll even put a little more on if you want. There you go. And just rub your lips together and you're good to go. You're on your way. It's actually this matte balm. It has a nice, like a feel to it, almost like a menthol kind of burst of coolness on your lips, if I can say that. And it lasts really long time. You don't have to really reapply it that much. It's kind of wear and tear. It's really good on your lips, and you know, just go with the flow. Don't worry about, you know, what people say. Just try different colors. Maybe start with a nude type of lip if you wanna. If you're, you know, kind of timid about lip color. Again, you don't want to look like a clown from out the gate. You want to look put together, but you don't want people going, oh my God, what have you done? You know, just try different things, work your way into it, get comfortable. That's all there is. You know, there's no timeline to this. You do you. That's what I like to say to people. You do you. We finally got through the 30-year-olds. Okay, moving on to the 50-year-olds. Now, the 50-year-olds, which I'm in that category, so I'm in the 50. I'm right there, double nickel, so I am 55. I will tell you that right now. About to turn 56, but 55 right now. What I notice with my skin is, you know, it's a normal skin. It's not exceptionally dry. I eat very healthy. I use very good products, natural products, products that don't have a lot of chemicals in it. So my skin really is at its optimum as far as taking care of it, as far as skincare. What I do recommend, though, for this age group, since you are going to start drying out, your oil secretions are not that heavy. You might start to see the fine lines because of the drying elements of your skin and the lack of hydration, which I always say to my subscribers, and you guys know, hydrate, 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 internally and externally, but specifically internally. Drink that water, get that mineral water in there, get as much hydration as you can. Water is your friend, and it'll keep the crow's feet and the fine lines at bay, okay? So hydration and what I start to call glow, okay? I talked about matte type of foundations and blushes and eyeshadow for the 30-year-olds. I'm starting to get into the glow. The way to not call attention to your skin, darkness or mattifying, there's no shine on your skin. It just gets, I'm trying to find the words here, guys. Older skin, more mature skin does not have the natural radiance and glow that younger skin has. Okay? Therefore, we have to put the glow back in. The way you put the glow back in is you get foundation and you get products that have some sort of highlighting effect to it. Now, let's go with that. The two foundations that I find, well, actually three here, that I find I really, really love for this age group is the, and these are lighter formulas, okay? One is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Enhancer. Now this has sunscreen in it, broad spectrum sunscreen, and I didn't even talk about sunscreen. You really do need to put some sunscreen on before you do your, foundation and everything, especially in the summertime. But so this has sunscreen. It has 3 daily essentials. It has some retinol in it. This is the time, ladies in your 50s, moving on to your 60s, that if you haven't done any retinol products, try to find things that have retinol in it if your skin can tolerate it. Most of the retinol in these products are very small amounts. It's not prescription strength, so it's not going to freak your skin out. But retinol it's a natural skin. It makes your skin cells turn over quicker, and it takes the dead cells away from your skin. So the top layer, top surface of your skin starts to slough off quicker, okay, using retinol products. As we age, our skin's ability to renew itself and the skin cells to come to the top, the new ones, that's why babies and younger people have that beautiful natural glow, because their skin is renewing at a much quicker rate than us gals, us elderly people. We just don't heal that fast. You know, if you cut yourself, you don't heal that fast. If you cut yourself, the scars are still there for a long, long time. Just it starts to slow down. Everything starts to slow down. So the way that you get it to boost back up is if you have some makeup or some creams that have retinol products. So this is retinol. It's got it in there. It comes in a pump. All right. It's, again, something that you would apply with a beauty blender. I have applied this with the brush, the beauty blender. I have just spritzed a couple of drops on my finger if I'm in a hurry, and patted it in, blended it in quickly, and went on my way. This is a very light formula for the sake of arguing. There you go. You see? And put a lot in there. There you go. It just blends in beautifully smoothly. Look at that. It's just, it's gone. It's almost like having a tinted moisturizer. This is as close to having a tinted moisturizer as you're going to get. It's still basically considered a foundation, but it's on that hybrid, okay? And it's putting moisture back into your skin. So this is what we need to emphasize for the 50-year-olds. We're putting moisture back into your skin. We're going to try to hydrate your skin every chance that we get. We're not trying to dry your skin out. We're trying to hydrate. If you need a little more coverage than a light, moistured, tinted type of thing, this to me, the Revlon Age Defying Firming and Lifting Makeup. It's got broad spectrum SPF 15 in it. I don't really know what the big firming and lifting ingredients are in here, but it says that, and it's marketed to us age gal group, and it's fairly liquidy. So you will need to probably apply this with one of these brushes, the thick brushes. This one, you could go either way. It's got that heavier, now this one has a heavier, creamy feeling. It's almost like putting a day cream on your face. I can feel it. It's just, you can feel it's heavier. So obviously, if you're on the normal to dry range now with your skin, this would be ideal because it is soaking in, but you can feel it as a heavier day cream, almost like a day tinted cream. It's got a lot more coverage as well. So if you do need to, you know, get some of those spots hidden, this one has a lot more coverage on it than the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Enhancer. So this is definitely, you know, number 2 for a really easy one here that I love. I keep on hand all the time. This is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Perfector. Notice, anti-aging. Why? Because it's got moisturizing retinol treatment in it with sunscreen, broad spectrum, SPF 20. So it's got a little higher, you know, SPF. And SPF for our age group is very important because if you're going out in the sun, whatever you can do to block those harmful rays now to exaggerate your wrinkles even more than normal, then this is what you need to do. It's a pump. I'm gonna try to rev this up a little bit. You just put it on there. This one I can use with my fingers. Here, let me put a close up of there. Whoop, upside down. There you go. Okay. And comes in a variety of colors. Neutrogena's pretty good about their color selection. Not the greatest, but pretty good. Under eye concealer. This is the time in our lives, ladies, that we do need under eye concealer. When you're 30 something, you might, if you're genetically prone to it, let me just say, you might need concealer at an earlier age, and especially if you're up with your, you know, newborn and oh my gosh, you're up half the night. Yeah, you're going to have, you know, dark circles under your eyes. But for our age group and older, we need to brighten this area. This area starts to sag a bit. It starts to get, there's a demarcation definitely under the eye that light picks up on. So you have to start to get into the under eye concealers. And don't be afraid of under eye concealers. You know, it's not anything horrendous like you know, don't know what you're doing. This is the L'Oreal True Match. And I just like the way this blends in. It comes with a little brush like that. And it's actually, it's almost like if I took all the product off of it, this would be like one of these nail brushes. Seriously, it looks like a little nail brush. It's not a doe foot applicator. It's literally a brush with hair on it. And it just, you know, you dot a little goes a long way, gals. You don't have to overdo it. Just dot a little under your eye and then blend it in. You can blend it in with your ring finger like this. It's all you need to do. And just go underneath. Or you can use the smaller one of those brushes. You can buy it, like I said, from Elf or anywhere else that you can just blend in, right, get tight under there. Or you can even use your beauty blender and get that tip over here and then just go all the way under, just like this. Okay, hope I'm doing this right and it's picking up because I can't see myself. But that's all you do, and it goes right in there, and it blends beautifully. This other one is Revlon Color Stay. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but that's another one that I really like. I think it's a beautiful blend. It blends beautifully under the eye. I have no problems with that one. Called the Maybelline Age Rewind Treatment. And I don't know why they want to say it's like a cream treatment. It's probably got some anti-aging things in it. This is kind of cool. It's got a sponge. So you kind of turn it up and the product comes up here on the top, and then you just kind of like poke around with the sponge underneath your eye like that. And again, use your fingers to blend it in, or you can use a little brush to blend it in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. As blush, for this age group, I would start to go into some of the highlight brushes. I mean, blushes, blushes, not brushes. Yes, you don't highlight with the brushes. But anyway, the other thing that I wanted to show you, and I don't know if you want to use this, this is a liquid. It's called Liquid Illuminator, Born to Glow by NYX Cosmetics or NYX. Lightweight liquid illuminator that gives skin a refreshed glow and beautiful highlight. This product you can mix into your existing foundation, by the way. It looks like that. It's just a very creamy, glowy thing that you can put, and a little goes a long way. You don't have to overdo this, okay? Little goes a long way. You just blend it in, and it gives this beautiful sheen to your skin. Do you see that? It just kind of glows. All of a sudden, you have that inner glow. Look at that. And it doesn't change the actual foundation color or anything. It just gives you that beautiful bounce of light. That's what you want. You want the light bouncing off of your skin to give it that beautiful, healthy look. This is another one, Milani Illuminating Face Powder. I use this not as a face powder. I really use this as a highlighter. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's called No. 3 Beauty's Touch Illuminating Face Powder. And it's just got pretty little colors. It's got all these colors in it. And for highlighting, you see these are golden tones, really golden. So you can highlight. Look at the shine on that. That is beautiful. It just a little goes a long way, guys. Don't overdo it. You don't have to look like a disco ball, okay? So you just get your little brush and swirl it around, and then just put it on, you know, the highlights of your cheekbones right there. And again, it's just a beautiful, beautiful, I don't know if you can see that, just a beautiful little highlight. It's all you need, just a little bit, just so that the light bounces off your skin. I think we're done with the 50s. I do have a couple of eyeshadow suggestions, and that's really the 50 and 60, so let's just do them now, you know, get them over with. I would recommend, and I know this is kind of, I'm going to say something really weird here. They say, you know, when you have older eyes, if your eyes are starting to droop, whatever, blah, 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 don't go with the, you know, really glittery eyeshadow. And that's true. You don't want to go over glittery. But again, you want to have a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of shine on your eyelids and up here so that it bounces off and de-emphasizes your, you know, your wrinkles and imperfections. It'll just highlight those eyes a little nicer. Okay, so Hard Candy, this is a palette that I picked up, Naturally Gorgeous it's called, and it's a little bit of got a little bit of a glitterazzi in it, as they say. It's not overwhelmingly glittery, so I'm just going to show it. And I will tell you, I'm actually using this on my down here, and I'm using this one over here for up here, just a tiny bit. So yep, they are pretty shimmery, but it's just gonna make your eye pop. It's just gonna get that eye open and popping, and just pretty. Just play with it. I mean, what is the worst that can happen? You know, you'll wipe it off and start again and choose another color. That's the worst that can happen. So don't be afraid of trying and playing with makeup. Makeup's here to be played with, honestly. By Rimmel. This one is Keep Calm and Wear Gold. I think Laura Lee, she really liked these Rimmel ones, and as a matter of fact, she's one of the reasons I went out to get this palette, because it just looked really pretty. Look at those colors. She said that they look like the Urban Decay colors. I don't know which palette she was referring to. Maybe one of the, not the nude one, but maybe one of the golden ones. I'm not sure. But look at those colors. They're just gorgeous, especially these around here. This is where I would gravitate to. Maybe pick up a little of this for the contouring, but stick to these and you can't go wrong. These are just beautiful, beautiful colors, okay? So there's that. So this is really, like I said, for the 50 and the 60s. I'm not going to go through a bunch of different eyeshadows, but stick to these and you're good to go. So now the last group is the 60s, and I'm not there yet, but I'm heading there. I'm kind of going to be closer to 60 than to 50 in a few weeks, so gotta think of that, right? I don't really have as much difference, I think, between the 50 and the 60 to the 30 and the 50. I think the 30 age group to the 50 age group has a more drastic makeup change, all right, than the 50 to 60. I would say for the 60-year-olds, keep up with the moisturizer, keep up with the retinol products, keep up with the glowy skin. Don't deal with the matte that much. The matte days are done with, really. They're done with. You don't really need matte on anything, okay? Okay, so let's start really quick with the foundations. A wise lady told me the other day, actually, as I was discussing this with her and my collaboration with Amy, I said, you know, this is the topic, because she said, oh, what's the topic, Maria? Let me know so, you know, I can talk about it. And I told her the topic, and she said, now, you know, the older you get, less is more. So thank you very much for that suggestion. Less is more, and I've taken it to heart. So with the 60s and above, we're gonna do more with less, okay? And so less is gonna be more. Got it? All right. So for foundation, I've chosen 3 that I really love. I think they're great foundations. They're really tinted moisturizers at this range. They're not foundations, but that's all you need. A little goes a long way. Sonia Kashuk Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, Broad Spectrum SPF 15. I have it in linen, okay? And this one is available at Target. I think Sonia Kashid is only available in Target, if I'm not mistaken. Wonderful product. Will last you forever. Oh my God, I still haven't gotten through this bottle. It's like practically new to me. I love it. It's, again, it's seasonless, so you can wear it throughout. You can wear it in the winter, in the summer, whenever you want. It's a you know, a cream. I'll just take a little out. There you go. Very moisturizing. I'm just rubbing it all over my hand, like one on top of the other. Yeah, very creamy, very moisturizing, sinks right in. This one gives a beautiful glow, a beautiful glow. I love this. People have commented on my skin on this one, just commented like, what are you using on your skin? It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, moving on. The next foundation, or you know, tinted moisturizer is the It Cosmetics CC Plus 50 plus SPF. Now this sucker will keep everything out. I love this, guys. I'm planning to get the full size version, which to me is an extravagant cost of like $35 or $40 by now at Ulta. This was the little $10 Try Me bottle that I got as I was standing in the Ulta line, and I have, it's practically see-through now. It's gone. It is gone. It's a fabulous, fabulous tinted moisturizer to the top where I don't even need concealer. This sucker covers everything. It is just gorgeous, gorgeous. And it gives that glow, that perfection, minimizes lines, everything. You cannot go wrong with it. And the last one that I want to talk about is the Pure 4-in-1 Broad Spectrum 20. It's a mineral tinted moisturizer, so this has some mineral elements in it. This was recommended to me when I went into Ulta, and I asked them, because I like to put as much healthy things on my skin as possible. So I told them I want something that's kind of good for my skin. I don't want anything, you know, processed, blah, blah, blah. And they said this tinted mineral moisturizer is the bomb. So I definitely bought this. Again, this is not cheap. It's it was maybe like $24, $25, maybe a little more than that. But I splurged and I love it. I use it chronically. It's just one of these things that are always going to be in my drawer. And again, moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. For the 60 plus, you can apply this with your fingers very easily. You don't need any brushes, anything else. For under eye, if you do need to use under eye, and any of the 50-year-old under eye concealers are fine. If you want to continue to use that for your 60, that's fine. But Amy actually turned me on, Amy Miranda turned me on to this one. It's called the L'Oreal Visible Lift CCI thingamajig concealer. And it has a ball on it. This is the funniest thing. It's so funky. It's a ball. It's actually a metal. No, it's is it plastic? It's plastic or something. But it keeps, there it goes. You see how it got it all over me? It keeps the ball has a cooling element, is what I'm trying to say, a cooling element. So when you put this under your eye, and this is by the way what I used today for under my eye, in case you guys are wondering again, you roll it on and you can pat it in with your ring finger or a little brush. But the roller ball supposedly has the effect of calming down your under eye puffiness. So in this age group or earlier, if you start to see puffiness, especially in the morning if you're putting on your makeup, this little sucker, you put it on and it does a double whammy. It actually gets the puffiness down because of the coolness of the ball, and it has a beautiful color to it. The concealer is just a really nice brightening, again, bringing that brightness out. Do you see the glow on my skin? Do you see the brightness on my skin? I don't have that mattifying look, okay? It's all, bring it out, bring it to the forefront. Let your natural glow from within, of course, but also with a little help, you know, come on forth. The last two products I have really quick. One is the Wet n Wild Fergie, and I am wearing a little of this on my face today, and it's just a pretty color. It's called something Boulevard, and I kind of demolished the sticker, so I can't tell you what it is, but it's something Boulevard, and it's got this gold shimmer. Look at that color. Look at those. I mean, it's just the prettiest, and it's so powdery, so shimmery. And again, a little goes a long way. Look at that. You just put it on the top of your little cheekbones there, just highlight it. You can even use this a little bit on your as a highlighter on your eyes if you want to. You can just go to town with this. Put a little on your Cupid's bow. Maybe I'll put a little over here. Just there you go. I'm just putting just a tiny bit. And there, look at that. I mean, just beautiful. There, just beautiful. I don't want to put gold on my face, but it's just a little goes a long way. Please don't overdo this, because, you know, you could look like you're metallic, you know, after a while. For blush, I've picked the NARS Orgasm, which again, I actually told one of my friends, same lady who said, you know, a little goes a long way, or when you get to that age group, less is more. I turned her on to the NARS Orgasm colored blush, and this has, I don't want to say specks, because that's not the right word. It has this gold shimmer built into it, this highlight. I have never seen it on any other brand of blush that I've ever seen. This is the reason I splurged and bought this blush. It's just the most beautiful golden peachy tone to it. And a little goes a long way. You put it on there and it just gives the most beautiful coloring to your skin. There, you just can't screw this up, seriously. If you put this one blush on your face, 50 and up, let's just say 50 and up, although it's good for any age, let's just be real, but for the 50 and up gals, 50 to 60 and up gals, put this on your face, and I'm telling you, you are gonna get compliments up the wazoo, okay? The thing that I would close with, if you want to do a makeup extender spray, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Extender Setting Spray. Do that as the last step. Just spritz your face to spray down your makeup and let it stay. It's totally optional. You don't have to do this, but it just helps have your makeup stay a lot longer. Sorry, this video has been exceptionally long. I had to go through all of this because this was like something I really wanted to be very careful about, making the right choices for you guys for each age group. So please don't let the length of this video be a turnoff to you new viewers here that have come over from Amy. I don't usually put up like a huge hour-long video. I usually keep it very short and sweet, okay? Thank you all for coming over and watching my video. I hope that you continue to watch my other videos. Please subscribe. I will cut this really short now. And blessings to all, and have a wonderful day out there. Bye-bye.